What do you have for home defense? Claymore Roomba. At first I thought you meant a Roomba with a giant two-handed sword on the front patrolling the house. I have a baseball bat with a sock over the end of it. But what if someone tries to grow HH? Two dogs that will let everyone know about that leaf a block away that move just a little too quickly for their taste. A healthy baseball bat swing. A no outlet neighborhood. Several cameras. Busy bodies that see everything before it even happens. Thief gotten teenagers egging cars. Thief caught people teeping houses, etc. Those old people with a lot of time on their hands don't play around. Make sure to put a sock on your bat. A cannon loaded with grape shot at the top of my steps and a musket. Own a musket for home defense, since that's what the founding fathers intended. 4 ruffians break into my house. What the devil? A boombox ready to play the Pornhub intro, a 3-foot-long dildo and a cowboy hat. It certainly keeps the girls away. I have this powder that I sprinkle around my home. It defends against ants and other insects. Diatomaceous earth. We had a camera stolen from our house the day I started a new job. I thought it was odd that it happened the day I started regularly leaving the house. The sheriff came by and asked us a few questions and walked around the house a bit, then she said it's someone you know. And we sort of argued a bit and talked about the people who go door to door in our neighborhood etc, and she said maybe, but it's someone you know. It was the babysitter. Do you know why? I'm very curious. Cactus. If anyone breaks into my home they are getting cactused. Understandable. I once used my knife steel to whack a guy who's trying to force his way into my apartment in the knee. Worked well. When he broke in did he say what kinda lousy joint is this? A dog that will alert me and then hide behind me. Mine barks like crazy when someone new comes to the door. But then she pees in the floor when they get close to her. I'm going to be like, damn it honey. Now we are being robbed and I have to clean the floor. LOL. In Australia it is illegal to defend yourself with a weapon animal of any kind. Just die and beach to God about it I guess. So if someone breaks in with a knife and attacks you and you cave their skull in with a hammer in defense, you're in the wrong. 100 pounds bull mastiff mix who will bark at anything that moves. And who will then run up to an intruder for scratches. Mastiffs are big, slobbery babies and I love them. A 6 kg cast iron pan. Nice try. Robbers. M62. 230 pounds. Sleep in the nude. And have a broadsword hanging on the wall. So, me, I guess. Imagine a large, naked man swinging broad steel at you from the darkness. Likely shrieking like a scared old woman. I know it'd run like hell. Oh man. A speargun. But I live in a camper van. So it's for van defense. Cool. Church of Scientology symbol on my house. But how will you protect yourself from Tom Cruise? Model 870/18 barrel/00 buckshot and a Springfield XP9 as backup. The 870 is just a great weapon. Cameras, motion activated spotlights, dogs, firearms, bad breath, a stock prod on a 5-foot handle. It will drop a 2,000-pound bull to his knees and will literally make a human piss himself. A sign that says burglary free zone, so far so good. A door to which is a lock and the one as to whom holds the key to aforementioned door is me. Should someone break into that door I shall call the number 999. You shall not dial 1000. Guns. I guess some of my tools could count as weapons but there's no need cause guns. Lego. Tins of paint on string. It'd take out the Christmas decorations but it's too early. A light that turn on my someone outside in my driveway. TLDR. The one time I had a home intruder. My cat scared him off. Middle of the night. Safe rural neighborhood. I never locked my doors back then. Some drunk walks in through my front door and yells, "Patty, what the frick is this cat doing here?" I yell back down the hall, "This is not your house." He stumbles back out the front door and falls down my stairs. Never to be seen again. My late cat sat on top of me and growled until I woke up one time when somebody was trying to get in through my bedroom window. I am confident that if the person would have gotten in, my cat would have wailed on them until they tried to get out. He was a big, mean cat. He had attacked people for stupid shoot, grinding coffee beans, but typically if anybody so much as raised their voice at me, they were 86'd by him immediately. A very cheap sword that has trouble cutting through cardboard. It has a very sharp point though. and if I had to use it I'm hoping it will just scare away rather than actually harm someone. Really want a gun but I don't have that kind of money laying around. Really want a gun but I don't have that kind of money laying around. Feral rage, and many sharp pointy things. Assorted knives, a sword, a hatchet, a tomahawk, a machete. It's a small apartment. Close quarters. Side note, my hobby is wilderness survival. I'm not just some nut job with sharp things. A tomahawk would really bring the wow factor. Glock 19, AR-15, Morsebag 590A1. I call it the basic beach package. Pizza. Pizza makes me invincible. Last time someone tried to break into my home I ran to the fridge and threw 400 pounds of horse meat at them over the course of 2 hours. So probably that. Ruger 1022 with 425 round mags and 3 handguns, a machete, a baseball bat, 8 BB guns, 3 knives, a harmless but loud dog, pepper spray, mess with me, zombies, I dare you, ouch, I've got a strapping, scary looking neighbor who frightened away some burglars several years ago. We also have an alarm, a camera outside, 2 indoor cameras, and a bedside shillag. If it comes down to that, cold steel gladius, cold steel Indian warhammer, cold steel trench hawk, jeans that when mixed with my almost insane head makes me look like some 6 feet 4 inches fat albino naked man with a sharp object. I have a shotgun, and I put a sock over the end of the barrel so that when I shoot the motherfricker with said shotgun he also gets little pieces of sock embedded in his face and chest, just to give the coroner a story to tell to his colleagues. An AR-15, 22 rifle, 357 revolver, 9mm pistol, pepper spray, bear spray, giant mag light, 3 half chihuahuas with really vicious tongues who will lick the shoot out of you. One of them is kind of long, so he's either half cobra or half dachshund, so he might possibly be venomous. My office gaming area is right inside the front door. So if an intruder gets that far he's going to have to deal with a metric crapton of random computer parts and cables strewn all over the place that are definitely a tripping hazard, and also super distracting if you're into obsolete tech. So if the intruder's a nerd he's going to be licked a lot while he digs through that stuff. Next, there's my wife. I married a Texas girl, so, you know, you're fricked. Glock 17, 2 handguns, locked doors and blinds on my windows. The wild animals my dad and I throw food scrapes out for and that like having Fight Club outside my bedroom window. No one's gonna go near the outside doors if there's 3 skunks vibing and eating or the foxes fighting right next to the porch. Nothing really. Where I live it is illegal to break in someone's home without permission. Breaking news. No more crimes happen where this random redditor lives after identifying crimes as illegal. A 22 double-sided dildo. Nothing. In my country you better not harm anyone who breaks into your home or you will probably go to jail or have to pay a high fine. What country is that? None of your business. Glock 42 and 26 besides my dogs. Go away robber. Knives. A golf club. An axe. A few hammers and some Jurassic Park sized spiders in my garden. My magnum dong. So, 2 fists of fury and a highly skilled killer gecko. A 12 gauge shotgun and 270 automatic. Guns as a deterrent, not as weapons. I don't think he'd want to deal with the consequences of doing more than brandishing a gun at someone. Even in my own house, I shoot paper plates. You'll be better off with a baseball bat and pepper spray. Pulling a gun you aren't willing to use is a good way to get shot. In Germany no one wants to kill you. If someone breaks in insurance will cover the damage. In Germany no one wants to kill you. Booty traps. A paint can and a string. If I'm downstairs I'm grabbing a kitchen knife. If upstairs, I guess my bow staff. Not because it's practical indoors, but it's the biggest, heaviest object around. Chairs. Hear me out. I'm a teenager so I still live with my parents. Personally I believe we need more than one easy to pick lock on the back door. We've been robbed before. Parents think the lock we have is enough. Anyways, what I do is put one chair right in front of the door handle, and the second one right beside the first chair in a way that if someone were to try to move the first chair from other side of the door, they would end up moving the second chair, making a noise. It's a metal chair and would rub against the solid floor. alerting me to that some dude is trying to hop into my house. I probably did an awful job explain, but yay. Chairs are where it's at. My farts. A 140 pounds dog whose breed has an average bite power of 500 pounds per square in. Enough to snap an adult man's spine and is able to move hunt almost completely silently. He's a Great Pyrenees. They're also known as ghost dogs, BC of the silent hunting ETA. Corrected C. Sorry, I misremembered. Never heard about the ghost dog. Our puppy is part Pyrenees, but didn't get the bigness genes. But yeah, when he's hunting, his 70 pounds moves silently. When he's chasing his big sister, he sounds like a herd of elephants. Nice try, mods. If I put an answer, I get banned again for suggesting someone being harmed. Nothing worth stealing. R15 with 30 round mags, and an XDS. 45 calories, with hollow points. Browning Black Label. 380 or to handle anything that might come my way. Don't need anything bigger. I've got bigger, mind you. But they're in the safe that not even my wife knows the combination to a Mosin with at least 18 inches of bayonet on the end. Firstly, I have steel security doors with good locks. Windows that close and lock and have storm windows over them. And my first floor windows also have wooden shutters that can close over the windows and lock on the inside. At night, they are generally closed and locked. It's a very old house. Second, I have alarms on all the doors and windows. As soon as one opens, there is a very soft, low bing bong sound next to my bed that cannot be heard downstairs. Third, my yard is fenced, and the fence gate has a wooden bar across it. Any movement in the yard turns on the floodlights that are on motion sensors. Fourth, I have cameras that are pretty well hidden, but allow me to see around the house and inside it as well. They are on battery backup, so if the power is cut my phone can still connect and watch. The video is stored locally on my network, and I don't have a wireless network in my house, so getting into the cameras is a big pain in the butt. Fifth, most of the lights are on motion sensor, mostly for my own convenience. Sixth, I have a hidden back stairway and attic area that has no obvious doors or entrances leading from my office to my bedroom. I can hop in there and watch the cameras on my phone, then pop out and clock whoever it is with. Finally, I have a few baseball bats stashed around the house. If someone gets in uninvited, they won't be leaving unless it's in an ambulance. I don't like guns. All the attic spaces are connected and the entrances are well hidden. There are 2 second floor entrances and 2 first floor entrances. And, if there are a number of intruders and it's properly dangerous, I have a skylight that opens onto the roof that is pretty easy to climb to and has a ladder down to the first floor roof for a quick escape. 9mm smithy, dogs, a police billy club, baseball bat and sawed-off pump shotgun, and my wife if needed. I guess I have my kitchen knives, some blunt objects, my fists, locks on my door. I dunno, man. I'm Canadian. We don't often have to worry about this type of shoot. Home invasions are more times than not drug or gang related. A 150 kiloton thermonuclear weapon with a destructive radius of 3 kilometers. Hounds and guns, lol Murica. 12 gauge loaded with federal flight rounds. Enough to kill in one shot but not overpenetrate or have stray pellets flying past the target. A really grumpy attitude. 3 guns. And a sword. Peace hand sign. I dunno. Like 4 guns and a sword. House cat. Guns. Dog. Cameras. Fire extinguisher. Safe dwelling, pew pew makers and the fists. Mouth if I must bite at the end. 12 gauge shotgun. Axe handle with a sharpened wedge shaped piece of metal attached to the end. You'll be amazed at how well it splits logs. Call me old fashioned, but a gun. I have a tomahawk and a surprisingly sharp scimitar under my bed. I kind of get excited at the idea of using it on a home intruder. But if they have a gun, yeah, rip. A nice neighborhood. Nothing worth stealing and no enemies. I haven't been in a fight since grade school, and I don't expect trouble around here. If someone kicks in my door and wants to come at me, I'll just have to whap him with my hands. Or a stool or something, I guess. Looking around me, there's a wine bottle over there that I could probably do some damage with. I regularly carry mace, but I also practice Krav Maga, an 1800s French bayonet sword. My dad has a golf club. My brother has me and my dad, a metal baseball bat and a butterfly knife. I have firearms for home defense. I'm a terrible shot, So I feel that it's safer for everyone if I just blast the hell out of any hostile force that appears in my home. What don't I freaking have? 5 Swiss Army knives lol. A 1911 loaded with fragmenting anti-terrorist rounds. 1 cat who will hide like a baby. And another who will charge at the intruder and demand to be pet. I'm hoping her cute factor will guilt them into sparing me. An AR-15. A Beretta M9A3 with hollow points. And a shoot load of knives. Plus a couple sparring lightsabers. Beach, I have my sassiness. You go girl. Locks, lights, guns. An AR pistol. 58 Eagle. With buckshot loaded. Cause screw wrists. And screw whoever is in front of me. 230 pounds of dog and a cricket bat. One dog will grab hold of a random body part and I try to send their head into orbit while the other dog has a panic attack behind me. Aquarium rocks and dad's messy carport. I wish I was joking. While this wasn't intended for home defense, it foiled the only robbery attempt we ever had, along with our aviary of cockatiels. In the evening, we'd move the cockatiels inside the house through the doggy door for cuddles and playtime. They had little fishbowl cages for sleeping. Then back out to the aviary in the morning. I went out, and I saw someone move towards the stairs to the carport. There was crashing. Then some poor bastard falling down the stairs. They had crashed into the 50 kilogram, 110 lbs in freedom units of aquarium stones we had stacked up for dad's new pair of tanks and fell down the stairs. I call out to ask if they're alright. I hadn't figured out what was going on yet, and they groan, get up, started limping away and crash over again. They tripped on the broom dad left standing in the carport that afternoon. They get up again, yell frick yes all, and stagger away into the evening. I go inside, let mum and dad know what just happened, at which point we call the police to report the robbery. I start telling the story, when the recording officer tells me to start over. I'm on speakerphone telling the entire office what I've just told you and the cops are pissing themselves laughing. Pretty sure our booby trap reputation got around. 3 more theft sprees over the next 5 years but we were never touched.